Hello everybody, good afternoon and welcome to Japan. This is B.LEAGUE action, the battle between Shimane SUSANOO Magic and Hiroshima Dragonflies in the Western Conference. Well, the Shimane fans coming here still with some hope of making it into one of those wild card spots, but they saw their team take a huge blow yesterday, falling about 4 points to Hiroshima, and they know that their aim of getting back to the postseason really is hanging by a thread. Here are the standings, and if you're above that red line, that means you are in the playoff spots, but they're also the best two teams. The two teams with the best records after that, Chiba Jets and Hiroshima. Well, that win yesterday has solidified their place in the wild card spots, and we'll get a different look at the wild card standings here shortly. But 3 consecutive feats for Shimane has dropped them now into 5th place in the wild card race, behind Sunrocker Shibuya and Kawasaki Brave Thunders. They also have 32 and 25 records, but the key is looking at that 34 and 23 mark shared by both Chiba and Hiroshima. So 3 games remaining and trailing by 2, and 2 other teams above them, Shimane, on in the tiebreakers. So it is a big ask for them coming up. But here's what happened yesterday. Gary Blackshear with a little bit of a Euro step, getting in and scoring for Hiroshima. Shimane actually led going into the 4th quarter. Say Ando had a big game, 26 points. Really, he was it. And it was Nick Mayo and Hiroshima coming out and getting some huge buckets, especially in the 4th quarter, that got the win. Again, Seiya Ando couldn't have done any more from his vantage point, from his standpoint. But Mayo was electric. As the game wore on, it seemed like Shimane were going to have enough, but the 4th quarter came. Dwayne Evans, as usual, the former Ryuko Golden King star, takes over, and it just ends up being a very disappointing afternoon for the home fans, but not so much for the Hiroshima fans that took the trip. So that was the final, 71-67, and a couple more 3-pointers made by Sunrocker Shibuya. But the key, the free throws, 11 of 15. They missed a few. A couple more makes inside the arc for Hiroshima. And just all in all, just too much. Too much for Shimane. So 3 consecutive losses for them, 3 consecutive wins for Hiroshima. And some long looks on the faces of those players over on that Magic bench as you look at the roster. Baron Buford, 30 years of age, 14 points, 8 rebounds yesterday. Not a typical effort for him. And the 31-year-old Nick Kay only had 9 points and 6 rebounds. His production is usually better. And meanwhile, number 15, Shirahama, you can see 500 assists. Shirahama, important player in the grand scheme of things, but averaging just 3.7 points per game. Asayama, Roberts, Murphy, Funyu, Blackshear, Kamisawa, Nakamura, Dwayne Evans. And we're highlighting number 12 for Hiroshima, Nakamura, who knocks him down, 6.1 points, 2.4 assists. And also number 34, Matani, Hijiro Matani, 3.7 points, 1.4 rebounds, as well as number 15, Kawata, Shiradiza Kawata, 4.6 points, 4.5 rebounds this season. So the starting five will be Nakamura, Evans, Mayo, Yamazaki, and Mitani for Hiroshima. Coach Milling, who again has to be pleased with recent events. So as it stands, this is the playoff matchups. Hiroshima would take on Utsunomiya Brex, and you don't see Shimane up there. But you've got Alvark, and Neo Phoenix, Rupa Golden Kings, the defending champions. Brex always in the running. Boy, Diamond Dolphins, they've had a great season. They were the team that last weekend put the hurting on this Shimane team. I think Shimane, really, their biggest problem is depth. You know, they've had some injury issues. They rely heavily on the scoring of Perrin Buford, and he usually delivers. But even then, it's awfully difficult to put so much onus on three players as they do. Ando, Nick Kay, Perrin Buford. And again, they've had some injuries which have not helped their cause. But the Shimane faithful still here in big numbers coming out to support their team. B.LEAGUE is in a really good place right now. And it's the main thing is captures the imagination of the fans. So even in these difficult moments, they can make a huge difference as they come out and just try to keep their faint hopes alive, getting to the postseason. Starting five will be Buford, Ando, Nick Kay, Shirahama, and Edwin Morris for Shimane. So Kay again, Shirahama, Morris, Buford, and Ando, and you can see the starting five for Hiroshima of Nakamura, Evans, Mayo, Yamazaki, and Mitani, and our head-to-head key players, say Ando and Dwayne Evans. Well, we won't say it's a head-to-head because two different positions, but those are two guys that in that game one, you can see their production was big. Mayo played well. And we're about ready to start. Milling. Paul Henare, the head coach of Shimane, New Zealander.
Keep on.
And we're underway. So again, everybody, good early afternoon from Japan. It's Hiroshima winning the opening tip, wearing the whites and attacking the basket to the left on your screen, taking on the Shimane SUSANOO Magic in their trademark sky blue uniforms. And the first jump shot is good. So made by Nakamura, knocking it down, the 23-year-old, one of the emerging talents in Japan. Pass intended for Perrin Buford goes off his hands and out of bounds. Nakamura again. Mayo hands it off to Mitani, who drives in, passes it back outside, and the three gets nothing. Goes out of bounds. Yamazaki, who averages 8.2 points per game, but his first attempt is way off. Big ask for Seiya Endo to follow up yesterday's performance with a similar one today, but I'm sure he's going to try. Here goes Perrin Buford. He'll be looking for a little bit more production today. Here he is putting it up and missing. Nick Kay battles for the rebound, but it's Mayo that comes down with it. Mayo gets it back, and then an offensive foul. So the blocking foul called on Dwayne Evans. Mayo, or excuse me, Kay missing it from deep. Nice spin. Mayo takes it and makes it. 26-year-old Nick Mayo. They're averaging 13.2 points per game. Buford takes it into the paint. No look pass to Morris. Goes up and lays it up and in. Well, Hiroshima will not clinch a wild card today, even if they win. But it'll certainly help their chances of getting that wild card. Okay, trying to keep May away. Turnaround fade. And Morris with the rebound. SUSANOO Magic crowd trying to get their team involved. Look at Perrin Buford getting on the court, getting on the hardwood. So he lost his handle. Trying to make his move. I think probably trying to do a little bit too much there against Nakamura. But at least he got on the court, tried to get it back. He has played a lot of minutes this season. I know that Paul Henare has tried to get him rest in games, but it's just so difficult not to have Perrin Buford on the court because of everything that he can do, and also when you have injuries in your team, you got to get your points and production and rebounds, assists, everything. He does it all. I mean, he's basically averaging just under triple-double. But over the course of the season, it wears you down a little bit. And he's looking a little tired. Here's Morris. Good start for Morris. His second bucket, the 39-year-old, or shall we say 39 years young. So with Hiroshima not able to clinch a wild card today, Shimane, to keep their hopes alive, must win today. So that is the situation. And the foul called. So free throws coming. Shirahama whistled for the foul. Good bounce pass. So Yamazaki misses with his first attempt. Well, that was a break. He missed both. Nick Kay able to knock the ball over to Buford. Shimane looking for their take the lead here against Hiroshima. Be their first lead of the game. Buford, his pass deflected out of bounds. They'll keep it at this end with 8 on the shot clock. Buford spins, fades, rattles it in. Well, effectively, Shimane will not be eliminated with a loss. Let me clarify that, but it depends on other results. So I think it's realistic to say for them to have their best hope of taking a wild card, they need to get a win today. But again, just to clarify, Shimane will not be eliminated if they lose, depending on other games. Okay, comes in from the baseline, takes the bump from Mayo, and earns a trip to the free throw line. Got him on the right arm. Kerry Blackshear checks into the game. So to make the situation even clearer for you, if Chiba Jets win today and Shimane loses, then Shimane will indeed be eliminated from postseason contention. Okay, misses the first free throw. So the free throw takes it up to a 7-4 lead. Blackshear fouled by Nick Kay as he crosses midcourt. Kawata also in the game. Big center coming off the bench. And Hassan Martin checks in wearing the face guard. He has the responsibility of guarding Blackshear. Ando has it. Brings it back out. Buford. Back to Ando. Buford. Shot clock winding down. Puts it up from the stripe. Well, that is an ideal scenario, taking the clock all the way down and making the bucket. Blackshear doesn't hesitate and rattles in the three. So Kerry Blackshear Jr. has been a handful for teams this year. He's averaging more than 14 points and 7.6 rebounds. Missing pretty much everything. Taniguchi. Now a chance for Hiroshima to pull even or take the lead. Lob down low to Mayo. Taniguchi doing just enough, and then Ando getting in with the rebound, but the miss from Shirahama from that left corner. Also got a three-point shooter in Haruyama. They could like him to get off the bench and hit some threes today. Kawata hands it off. Three-pointer, and Nakamura off target. Hirohama to Buford. Steps into a three. That makes it a 12-7 advantage for the Magic. Perrin Buford looking like his old self. Didn't have quite the performance he was expecting yesterday. He's got 5 points. Blackshear goes right at Martin. And one. A good, strong move. So Fondu checks into the game for Hiroshima. Comes in averaging 3 points off the bench. Shimane fans trying to mess up the free throw shooting here of Blackshear. To no avail. Buford into the paint, passes it back outside. Hirohama hands it back off to Buford. Loses it, gets it back. And ball batted out. Taniguchi gets it. Now Shirahama, he drives in and misses. That was Suyama, excuse me. Missing with that. Three-point shot. That's another one for Gary Blackshear. He's just come in and taken over. Puts Hiroshima in front. Kamisara also in the game right now, number 10 for Hiroshima. Nice pass, Martin, and he's fouled. And that's a pretty clear foul, pretty clear hack. So Martin goes to the line. So far, Ando has yet to even attempt a shot. See, Nick Kay's back in. So Martin makes the first. And he gets the second to go, number 12, so he puts Shimane back in front. So Kay with the responsibility of trying to put the clamps on Blackshear. Martin switches over to Kawata. Drives in. I think he caught him by surprise, but missed the layup. Here goes Ando. He puts it up. And Kay with the putback. No box out of the Australian. Funyu looking for space. And a hold called. So that foul called on number 15, Hiroshima. That's 2 on him. Fouling Dwayne Evans. Any more, they'll be over the limit. There'll be free throws. 11-second difference from the game clock and the shot clock. Ball deflected. And they couldn't quite get it. Here's Blackshear. He gets blocked. Nowhere to go. Picks it up right at the end and makes it. Wow. Boy, Blackshear has come out smoking today. So Yama launches it and misses everything. So kind of a frenetic ending. But Blackshear is on target, and it is Shimane leading 16-15 at the end of 1. We saw the moves from Perry Buford. Buford right now has 5 points. Blackshear has been the real story coming off the bench. He's got 11 to lead Hiroshima. Look at that. Just before the shot clock expired. I don't think he's going to make shots like that all day. But that was definitely a good, impactful first quarter for Blackshear. Mizaki back in the game. And Seiya Funyu brings it up the floor. Second quarter action underway. Here's Evans. Goes in and gets it to go, gets it to drop. Moving around, Ando about a meter behind the arc, and that's what they need. A little bit of firepower from the perimeter to open things up. Buford getting a breather right now, and nobody boxes out Blackshear after the miss. Nakamura, and the three-pointer no good. And rebound by Suyama. McKay hands it off to Ando. Will it be 2 in a row? Yes, it will. Well, he didn't put up a shot in the first quarter, but he's come out smoking hot in the second. 2 threes for Seiya Ando, and Nilling wants to cool him off. He calls timeout. Just so important. I mean, we talk about the three players of Buford, Kay, and Ando. And Ando averaging more than 20 points per game. So after yesterday's performance, 20.7 points per game, 2.8 assists. So they need him for his scoring. And he has just come out and done just that. And let's see if there's any switch defensively. Murphy's going to come into the game. So Murphy, I'll say Murphy comes in number 5. Murphy gets it to the corner, then they give it to Evans. And he's fouled. Don't want to foul the jump shooter. Not a good play by Hassan Martin, but Martin got him on the left arm as he went up. Well, Shimane going to need all the help they can get today from Hiroshima, and missing free throws falls into that category. And he misses both. So they were into the lane too soon, apparently. So he's going to attempt another one. And this time Evans cashes in on that second opportunity. Sayando. Good defense. A little bit of confusion in the ranks for Shimane. Now Funyo probing. Remember, Perrin Buford getting a breather right now on the bench. He'll come back in probably in a couple minutes. Evans steps back. And Ando rebounds and is going to push it quickly. Suyama back to Ando. And not a great shot for Sayando. Murphy launches from the wing. Sayando, this time he pulls up and misses. Evans rebounds and runs, tries to take it all the way. He does, but misses, and then Sayando can't rebound it. He's claiming he got fouled. Didn't see it. Taniguchi back into the game, as is Perrin Buford. Evans drifts in, pops it back outside. Blackshear back to Evans in the corner. Murphy open from the wing. Long rebound to Evans. Goes right up. Now brings it back out. Oh, good looking three-pointer that time from Nakamura. And with that, a timeout has been called by Paul Hinari. Wide open on the wing. So coming out of the timeout, let's see if Shimane can get something working here. Hiroshima missing it from deep. Nakamura back to Dwayne Evans. This is with the reverse layup. McKay for three. That's good. It feels like he's almost reluctant to shoot it at times because he's always looking to get that extra pass in for his teammates, but that time he didn't hesitate. Takes it back to a 4-point lead. Now stepping back and missing it. Number 30, Yamazaki. So the basketball goes back over to Shimane. And Hariyama, an important player in this team, capable of getting hot from three-point range, checks in for Shimane. Buford spins back outside. With the, here's Ando, misses everything. And going down hard was Nick Kay. Gives an evil stare at the referee. So we've got another timeout. Here's Nick Cade knocking down the three. See Indiaka Williams, who's injured and unavailable, getting up at the end of the bench to cheer. So scoring leaders, Buford with 7, Ando 6. Kay now has 6 as well. Morris had the first couple of baskets, and Hassan Martin has 2 points. And for Hiroshima, it's Blackshear still with 11 points. Nakamura 5, Evans 3, and Mayo 2. We'll see if Millie can stir things up here and get some more production offensively for Hiroshima, who so far 21 points. Other than Kerry, Blackshear really haven't had any type of offense, and Blackshear hasn't even scored in this second quarter, and he's on the bench. There's Mayo posting up, so they want to get Mayo involved down low. Mayo picks up the dribble, gives it to Evans, gets it back. Here he goes into the corner, and that target was Nakamura. They get it back. Oh boy, that was a telegraph pass. Buford goes in and throws it down with two hands. And the lead goes to 6. Evans. Blocked by Buford, who's going to help him up. Watch this again. Pump fake. Buford, I think, realizes it was a pretty hurtish foul. Decides to help up his fallen opponent. So Evans is going to the line. We're going to see if this is another sportsmanlike. Looked like an unsportsmanlike to me. So indeed it is an unsportsmanlike foul. So 2 free throws and possession. Oh no, it was not an unsportsmanlike. That's a surprise, because it looked to me pretty clearly that looked pretty clear to me that Buford was not going for the ball. And it was a pretty hard, aggressive foul. So he's riding his luck a little bit on that one, I think. But referees took a look at it, felt like it was not. And I think you could see the expression from Milling on the bench. He thought it was definitely no sportsmanlike. Pass to K into the corner. Taniguchi. Well, that hurts because you got K who can probably turn and score. You're trying to run a play to get Taniguchi to knock it down. They haven't been able to get Hariyama to launch one yet. Mayo banks it in. That was a slick, sweet shot. Buford to the corner, Taniguchi. So Morris comes back into the game. 2:45 remaining. Taniguchi sits down. Pull-up jumper, and Buford brings it down, gets it up to K. Late first half, Shimane hoping to get a win today, to bounce back after yesterday, but Ball knocked out of K's hands. And Nick K with the foul. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one, but considering how the other one could have been unsportsmanlike, these things even out over the course of the game. And Nick K telling the referee that Dwayne Evans flopped. Mayo spins, turns, and misses. Now Ando corrals the rebound. Buford takes it deep, turns back outside to K. Here's Ando again. Ando inside the arc, knocks it down. He's got 8. And it's 29-25. Good looking jumper from Seiya Ando. Timeout on the court. Minute and a half remaining, first half, 29-25, Shimane on top. Hoping they are still in the hunt by the end of today's play for one of those wild card spots. That ball kicked. So easy call for the referee. They put 14 seconds on the shot clock. How about that? Knocking it down from deep. Evans making it a 1-point game. Buford drifts in. Nice handoff to Morris. Just slipped in a pass. A little no-look variety. Evans again. Takes it in. Battle for the ball. Buford has it, and they will probably take it down close to the end here. So they have the last shot. Now, plenty of fouls to give. I don't know if you want to use them like that, but they do. And the first foul on young man. So, final 13 seconds. Here's Buford. Oh boy, not what they needed at all. They've given Hiroshima the last shot of the half. That play by Perrin Buford. So Hiroshima checks back into the game. Kamisawa also comes into the game. Here's Evans. Falls down. They launch it. I don't think he gets it off in time. It doesn't matter. So, 20 minutes are in the books. Evans slides. And that is the final shot of the half. 31-28. Shimane SUSANOO Magic lead over Hiroshima Dragonflies at halftime.
島根信用金庫マサコーポレーション海ラン土吉産業浜本クリニック朝日住宅板持塗装岡村金津健康業銀海化成国引メッセサイン設備工業産業グループ産業電熱工業 CSA 島根大発販売島根県環境保険公社神話設備工業積水ハウスサイン支店高橋建設武田グループハウジングスタッフ富士美智工ホットモット東洋グループ北水松江自動車用品商会松江土建松慶緑薬局ローソンワールドユーティリティ以上島根スタノーマジックオフィシャルパートナーのご紹介でした。ここで本日のゲームパートナー合銀からのお知らせです。あなたの定期預金を社会貢献に役立てませんか。合銀社会貢献定期預金のご紹介です。定期預金を預けるだけであなたが支援したい先へ合銀があなたに代わって寄付します。支援先は医療支援、子ども支援、地域支援の3分野からお選びいただけます。寄付金は合銀が拠出するのであなたの負担はありません。お預け入れは合銀の窓口および合銀アプリ、インターネットバンキングでお申し込みいただけます。詳しくは本日のマッチデープログラムの報告をご確認いただくか、合銀ブースにお問い合わせください。さあ続いては合銀抽選会当選番号の発表です。島根スタノーマジックの選手サイン入り T シャツの抽選で10名に、マフラータオルを20名にプレゼント。それでは選手サイン入り T シャツの当選番号をこれより発表したいと思います。それでは発表します。3737 221 221 225 225 298 298 446 446 456 456 496 496 569 636、652、652、以上が当選番号となります。今一度繰り返します。652、652、652、652、652、652、652、652番です。マフラータオルの当選番号は先ほど発表した選手サイン入り T シャツの当選番号とともに1階ロビーの合銀ブースに掲示しています。ぜひ合銀ブースで当選番号をご確認ください。なお商品のお引き渡しは本日の第4クォータースタートまでとなりますのでご注意ください。以上、合銀抽選会でした。
合銀アプリ使ってる？振り込みも積み立ても残高確認もスマホ一つでいろいろできる。あなたのそばに合銀アプリ。
それではここで B リーグパートナーズをご紹介いたします。 B リーグトップパートナーソフトバンク、 B リーグパートナーズ富士通、日本郵便、 G ショック、日本生命、 B リーグサポーティングカンパニーズ、朝日新聞、日本経済新聞社、大塚製薬、野村工芸社、 EY ジャパン、ヤフー、エニタイムフィットネス、アーシャルデザイン、 B リーグサプライヤーズ、モルテ、アダストリア、 B リーグエンターテインメントパートナーソニーミュージックエンターテインメント、 B リーグコミュニケーションパートナーライン、 B リーグスポーツ振興パートナースポーツくじウィナー。以上 B リーグパートナーズのご紹介でした。
Well, we were at halftime. Shimane SUSANOO Magic and Hiroshima Dragonflies. Here's a look back at the first half. Some of the highlights. Edwin Morris getting it going early. A couple of buckets for him. Aaron Buford with the turnaround jumper at the stripe. Boy, Blackshear came in and made a real difference, both inside and out. And Buford had a quiet day yesterday, knocks that in, and then he had the block from Hassan Martin, looking like it's going to lead to a turnover, only for Blackshear to put it up right at late in the shot clock to score. Now in the second quarter, Seiya Ando got it going. He hit a couple of threes. And then Nakamura showing his three-point shooting prowess, as did Nick Kay. And the telegraph pass was stolen by Buford, who sailed in for the dunk. Dwayne Evans getting his only three-pointer in the first half. So both teams pretty comparable stats, 4 threes. 2 more makes inside the arc for SHIMANE, who are 3 of 4 at the line, and the Dragonflies just 4 of 7. Rebounding is similar. And SHIMANE, you can see with just gotten their noses in front. The question is, can they close this thing out? $11 points coming from the bench for the Dragonflies, and just 2 for SHIMANE. That's always an issue for them. So again, it's SHIMANE heavily reliant on Perrin Buford. He's got 9 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. And Blackshear with 11 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist for the Dragonflies. We talked about the key players before the game. Dwayne Evans and Say Ando, and each have 8 points. Ando has the 2 threes, just one for Evans, but a long way to go. Say Ando also 4 rebounds, 2 rebounds for Evans. So Martin K, Shirahama all have 2 fouls for SHIMANE. No real foul trouble. Let's try to avoid picking one up early in this third quarter. So getting a look at Matani there, also Nakamura and Evans. They're going to be on the floor here at the start of the second half, which is now underway. And the first pass from Buford, intended for Morris, goes out of bounds. Yamazaki back to Mayo, who's back in the game. Morris reaches over, commits the foul. Paul Hanari's taking off the jacket, the blazer, just wearing the white t-shirt. Used to play basketball himself, played for New Zealand's national team. Here he is coaching away and driving in and missing with the drive was Matani. Driving in, hearing the whistle, and one coming. Potential three-point play for Perrin Buford. So 11 points. Now, he does not convert it. Ball goes out of bounds off of Evans. So it could be a big trip down the floor for Shimane. Shirahama thought about it. Gets it back to Buford. And a blocking foul called on Nakamura. That's just not a matchup that Nakamura is going to win. Buford just does too many things well. He's got a little bit of size advantage. Here he is. Here's Seiya Ando. Well, Seiya Ando, say this, he's had a good weekend shooting the basketball. Another three-pointer for him, and now it's an 8-point advantage. That was a 5-point trip down the floor. Evans going to work on Morris. Missing, following it up, and Evans will be upset that he didn't score there. Buford, oh, beautiful. And Kyle Milling has to call timeout as Shimane open up their biggest lead of the game. Another look, Buford. Just kind of drifts in and goes past Nakamura, just like a layup drill. So here's a big opportunity for Shimane. They've opened up the 10-point lead. Oh, they leave Nakamura wide open and live to tell the tale, but nobody boxes out Matani. Mayo backs up, and the foul called on Morris. Watch his hands, Morris. I mean, I think if he doesn't have his right hand on Mayo, they might not call that. It wasn't too physical. I think Mayo just kind of fell over. So Kawata comes back into the game. They get it to Mayo. They're going to hold the Mayo. They're going to pass it back out to Evans. Here's Mayo for three from the wing. Here comes Buford once again. Driving in, hands it off, and Shirahama, oh boy. Shirahama has to make that shot. Wide open layup. He is going to, oh boy, that's a 4-point swing right there, and that is a potentially momentum change. Bounce pass to Buford, goes in, throws it down. That was big time from Perrin Buford. Buford with 15 points. Here's Evans. Three-pointer is good, so Hiroshima not going to go quietly, it seems. Ando for three, and not this time. Shirahama doesn't get the rebound. Still can't believe Shirahama missed that layup. So it's the third foul on Morris. He's going to come out of the game. And Kerry Blackshear comes back in. So that creates some issues as well as Funyu. Taniguchi back into the game, the 34-year-old sharpshooter. Okay, going to try to put the shackles on Blackshear. Drifting in, taking kind of a crazy shot. Kawata with the rebound. Yamazaki missed that shot. He's got it back. Puts it up again, and again, no good, but a foul called on Taniguchi. Paul Hanari beside himself. I'm saying he pulled him down. So Kawata making his big body, his presence felt. Evans. Now he backs up on Shirahama. Puts it up and misses. And this time a push called on Hiroshima. So the foul called on Kawata. Good call by the ref. Yama coming back into the game, trying to bring in a little bit of offense support, but also some fresh legs on defense. So Shirahama sits down and rests. Seven-point advantage. They led by 10. Here's Blackshear. Puts it up. Taniguchi challenges, but Shimane not able to build on the advantage. And here's Blackshear now. Is he going to get it going? He's the obvious candidate. Here he goes. Little fade going off 1 foot. And I'll tell you what, if he's going to make that shot, there is nothing Nick Kay can do, that's for sure. Back to a 5-point game. Great play by Blackshear. Sayando goes up, misses. Kay with the putback. Great play by Nick Kay. Here's a drive, and the ball batted away. The handoff. Buford avoids the foul. Trying to be committed by Blackshear. Ando gets it over to Suyama, wide open. Hassan Martin's going to come back into the game at the next dead ball. Meanwhile, Buford commits the foul to Evans from behind. Trying to get a steal. So now Buford's going to sit down again after picking up his second foul. I just can't imagine he's going to stay down for long. So this really puts the onus on Ando and K, especially Ando, to take the controls and put us some shots. Seeing Nico Williams at the bench, at the end of the bench, not able to play, but here supporting his team. But their fortunes have really kind of nosedived since he went out injured. Now for a couple months. Tough loss losing your starting center. And just one of two. Some missed free throws today, hurting this Hiroshima Dragonflies team. Tsuyama just missed a three. No room for Ando. He's got to move around though. He's just kind of static. There's Tsuyama putting it up. Ando's got to run off the screen or do something. Make himself available. Kawada. Hassan Martin on Evans. Ooh, this is a mismatch right here. Blackshear's going to go to work. There he goes. Spins. Gets the pass to Kawada. Goes up and throws it down. The 4-point game. Great play. Blackshear and Kawada, who has played better of late. Look at this. That's the problem. When you take Buford out, you lose not just offense, but also one of your defenders who's capable of guarding a player like Blackshear. Well, that was definitely one of the plays of the game, the slam dunk by Perrin Buford. He's going to remain on the bench, getting a little bit more rest. I'm not sure I agree with this. Well, Hanari knows his team better than I do, but it's been a problem that they faced all year getting production from some of the other players. Somebody else needs to step up. Tsuyama, back to Ando. Shot clock down to 5. Ando, nowhere to go for him. And late in the shot clock, they call the foul. Kawada. Two fouls on the 34-year-old Kawada. Here's the drive. And the ball thrown out of bounds. Intended for Shirahama. Well, we're going to get a look at Shimane's number 6, Kitagawa, for the first time today. Hasn't played. Good chance for him. Maybe do something. Hunyu dribbles right. Blackshear trying to make himself available, was not. Mayo back in the game. Over to Blackshear, puts it up from 3-point range. Kawata with the rebound. Gets it, goes back. Oh, what a move for Kawata. He has been good today. Wow. Remember, Shimane led by 10 points. So Buford's going to come back into the game as the lead erodes. And Nick Kay's going to take a seat. Haraguchi back in, so it's definitely a case of Hanari trying to get his guys some rest in the game, and this is where it's so complicated because it's noticeable when they go out. Other teams make runs. Well, the pass intended for Martin, and the reach of the foul on Mayo. And that's a good call because Mayo's got his right hand on the waist of Martin. But it also puts pressure on Martin now. He's got to go to the line and make some free throws. Which he doesn't. When is a foul not a bad foul? Well, when the opposition goes to the line and misses the free throw. But he does get the second, so it's a 2-point lead. Inside 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Nick Kay out of the game, getting a breather. But Buford back in for Shimane. See if Kawata can get something else. He's looked good. Just a pick. Mayo posting up. Martin has to fade. Ends up taking a difficult shot. Good D. Kawata denying Hassan Martin the basketball. Shot clock winding down. Buford. Over to Ando for three. That, rattles out. That would have been big. Blackshear drives in, trying to get to the line. No foul. Now Ando in the melee brings it out. Ooh. Almost lost his handle, and Mayo just rejects it out of bounds. Oh, he just very nearly turned it over there. Ando catches that never looked comfortable. It's almost like he forced that up after he didn't catch it cleanly. Now feels like Ando's kind of lost his game a little bit. He needs to go sit down for a second or two. Fonyu drives. Kawata another big rebound. And Perrin Buford reaches in there, ties him up. So Ando indeed does sit down because he needs a breather. Shimane trying to win to boost their chances of getting a wild card. Remember, they started behind this Hiroshima team who beat them yesterday. Hiroshima currently in one of the two wild card spots with Chiba. And Blackshear misses, but is fouled. Nice drive, nice handling of the basketball. Almost got the bucket. So Hariyama has been kind of anonymous today. He played a little bit in the first half. 3 fouls from Taniguchi. Not sure if it's an issue where he doesn't match up well with this Hiroshima team, but Blackshear misses a free throw, and those free throws, they add up. Especially the missed ones. When you get to the end of the game and you're down 1 or 2 points and you think about how many free throws you missed. Here is Blackshear and misses both. That's big. So a chance right here at the end of the quarter to get an important 2 or 3 points. Buford puts it up, and so it is a 4-point swing right at the end after the missed free throws by Blackshear. Buford goes down, and despite the attention, able to get the 2 points. 3 quarters are in the books. It's Shimane Susanoo Magic leading it 45-41 over Hiroshima Dragonflies. Well, I see more than 4,500 fans in the arena today to watch Shimane try to keep their hopes alive of getting a wild card. The wild card spot is currently occupied by Chiba Jets and this very Hiroshima Dragonflies team, which again won their game yesterday against Shimane here on this very floor. 45-41, very low-scoring game. Buford gets it to Martin, goes up, misses, gets it back. Nope, does not. Funyu does. So again, Nick K resting Hariyama in the game. I'd like to see them try to get him a shot. Meanwhile, it's Mayo for 3, and he cuts the deficit to 1. So that's 9 points for Mayo. It was the fourth quarter. That was the undoing yesterday for Shimane. Is it going to be the same thing today? Oh, Taniguchi. So the veteran Morris and also Nick K comes back into the game. Hariyama's still in. Taniguchi out. Blackshear goes right at Morris. 2 free throws coming, so he can put the Dragonflies in front. Remember, he just missed a couple of free throws. Blackshear takes his time and makes the first. And makes the second. Buford missing off the front of the iron. So things starting to look a little shaky for Shimane. And they're back in the game. The big three are in. Okay. And good read, Buford. Ando hustles down. And the foul called. Good foul. I think Buford felt like he was going to get something here. Yamazaki stepped in front of him, took the block, took away the scoring opportunity. Clock down to 7. A pass whipped in. Difficult pass to get over to Hariyama for 3. But there's the follow by Morris, and he's fouled on the putback attempt by Funyu. Oh, boy, unlucky. Ball rattled out. Looked like a pretty good play by Funyu, knocking the ball away. That's a break for Shimane, because they called the foul, and I think Nikkei's injured his right hand. Maybe it's looks like it's a thumb, possibly jammed thumb, but that's on his shooting hand. Only makes 1 of 2, so it's a tie game, 46 apiece. Nikkei in some obvious discomfort right now. Here's Mayo. Just hit a 3. And Perrin Buford whistled for the hold, the grab. Shot clock about to expire. Oh, what a play. They get the bounce pass from Blackshear to Mayo just in the nick of time, and he banks it in. Hariyama open, and again misses. So Suyama's going to come in, I guess, for Hariyama. Blackshear and gets the friendly roll. And that leads to a timeout by Paul Hinari. 50-46, Hiroshima on top. They can't clinch a spot. They can't clinch a wild card today, but they could certainly help their chances with a win. Well, it's the biggest lead of the game. 4 points for Hiroshima. And Shimane now in dire need of points. See if they can play with a sense of urgency here. Here's Buford. And the pass goes out of bounds. Bunyu brings it up to court. Looks at the options. Blackshear, not a bad one because he can pass it or he can score. And for the second time today, a little turnaround fadeaway, but this time does not make it. Suyama finally a three-pointer, so that was the substitution that Hinari needed to make after the Hariyama misses. And Suyama delivers. Here's Blackshear again, bowling his way down low. What a soft touch. He's made some shots today that, well, you just got to tip your hat to him. Very difficult to stop. Will they look for a three? Oh, no, they will not. Ando takes it in, misses the layup. They've missed a few layups today as well, Shimane. He just didn't finish with Kawata beside him, one of the X factors in this game. Kawata's been very good today. Timeout on the court. Well, 4:50 remaining. This is what basketball coaches refer to as winning time. This is the time when teams either make the plays needed to win games or do not. And so far, the team that's been making the plays has been Hiroshima, much like it was yesterday when they won that close game by 4 points. So 52-49 with possession. Sunyu, Mayo, Kawata, and Blackshear. Blackshear trying to get the ball thrown away. He was complaining about being fouled, grabbed perhaps by Perrin Buford. Right there, no. Dangerous pass by Tsuyama. Tsuyama goes behind the back. Kawata holds his ground. Gets it out to Ando. Gets it up and doesn't drop. Great defense by Kawata. He has been very important today. I'm sure he's going to get some praise from his coach, regardless of the result. But as things stand right now, the points drying up for Shimane. The defense, the resolve stiffening for Hiroshima here in the fourth quarter. Mayo has it. Going up. Oh, the pump fake. And they call the foul on Perrin Buford, who kind of bit on the pump fake. Mayo takes his time and makes the first free throw. 4-point lead. And gets them both. Biggest lead of the game, 5 points. Shimane loses the 3 straight. Lost twice to Nagoya last week, Diamond Dolphins. And Buford can't get it to go. And look who it was, Kawata, that was standing between him and the basket. Mayo, meanwhile, catches, turns, and scores. And Mayo has gone to work here in winning time, as has Kawata on the defensive end. 3 minutes to go. Ando drifts in, gets blocked. And boy, the defense has stood tall. Kawata especially. Look at that. He's been the most valuable player. I mean, that's how good he has been. I mean, Blackshear's been scoring, but Kawata has done a little bit of everything, but especially his presence has really made a difference. Oh, look at this. Going right past Ando, and Hiroshima starting to celebrate. Funyu with the bucket. It's a 9-point advantage. Tsuyama for 3, misses. And Hiroshima closing in on a sweep of this weekend series here in Shimane, adding to the disappointment for the Shimane fans, who now are teetering on the edge of elimination, depending on what happens with the game of Chiba Jets today as well. Hiroshima will not qualify, certainly with a win, but you have to say they are taking a big step towards clinching a wild card. And Funyu, the way he's been playing, you wonder why he doesn't get more minutes. He's been terrific. 12-point advantage. No hesitation. Biggest lead of the game. Look at that. No help. Just read the situation beautifully. With 1:59 remaining, it's not looking good for Shimane, and it's looking very good for Hiroshima. The final minute, 59 seconds playing out, and Hiroshima doing a lot of damage here in the fourth quarter. Ando puts it up. This is Morris with the rebound. His pass intercepted by Funyu, who is just sealing the deal for Hiroshima today. Blackshirt spins. Gets it to Kawada. Oh boy, look at that. Kawada with the dunk. That's my MVP for the day right there. I mean, he has been immense. Seven points. 9 rebounds for Kawata. Has a block. I thought he had 2 blocks. But he has really, really been good today. And they've done a lot of the damage with Dwayne Evans on the bench, which is interesting. Has to be good for Milling to know he's got other players, not just the headline names. And how many times have we seen Shimane try to get the ball down low and they throw it out of bounds? Well, it just feels like they just don't have enough. Shimane. It was working for much of the season. The loss of Anyika Williams to injury didn't help. But offensively, they never really looked great, which is why the numbers for Perrin Buford are so good. He just does so much. He masks so many issues. But if he's not scoring as many points and making as many dynamic plays as they need, they're not winning. He can't, it's just not feasible for a player like Perrin Buford to score like that 10 times a game. And that's effectively what he has to do. Make incredible plays, incredible drives. Evans upset because he feels like Nick Kay hit the ball into the backcourt. Well, I don't know. It's 50-50. Buford at the line, and again another pass that's batted away, another turnover. And boy, have they turned it over today. That has been their biggest problem. $12 costly turnovers. Kawata goes out, gets the chest bump from his coach. He's definitely a factor. Look at him. I mean, he is a factor. If he can play this well down, you know, in the next games, and if they get into the playoffs, that is a huge bonus to have a big man, big body that can come out and contribute some scoring and some rebounding. So in the end, Hiroshima just sealed the deal in stunning fashion, winning it 65-51. Funyu came out and really contributed late, as did Kawata. Mayo was tough in the fourth quarter, and Hiroshima closing in on a wild card spot with a huge win today in hostile territory, getting the sweep of their rivals for one of the rivals for the wild card, Shimane Susanoo Magic. Now, Milling has to be really happy, and I think he is. You can see he knows they are on the cusp of qualifying. And the way they're celebrating with Kawata, I think if you asked everybody in that team who the MVP was today, they would say big number 15, because he was terrific. So those are the next two opponents. Hiroshima have a tough finish to the season, a couple of games against the defending champions, Ryukyu Golden Kings. So today it was imperative for them to win. And now Shimane, I think the writing is on the wall for them, but they will be looking at the game that Chiba are going to play and see how that one unfolds. So Polnari expressing the disappointment about this being the last home game of the season, and thanking the fans for coming out. Here's Kyle Milling.
ミリングヘッドコーチ解説の僕と申します。よろしくお願いします。CS 出場をかけたこの2日間の戦い、連続での逆転の勝利おめでとうございます。
こんにちは、ありがとうございます。Bonjour de Giulietto。
今日の試合をまず振り返る中で、やはり3クォーターまで拮抗した展開、そして3クォーターの出だしでは 7-0 のランを作られる中で川田選手を投入してから、一気に流れを呼び戻しました。そのあたりの選手の起用の部分、采配のところを振り返ってみていかがでしょうか。
Really proud of the players and the effort they did again today. Over the last couple of months, we've been really focused, concentrated, and executed. And once again, it's a true team win because everyone gave a big impact. Chili wasn't supposed to play tonight. I'm just really proud of the effort he did tonight. Anyways, great team win.
そうです。本当にここの数日間ですね、選手たち一人一人の集中力ってものは本当に素晴らしいものがあったかなというふうには思いますし、本当に今日は本当にチームの勝利だというふうに思ってます。
はい、前日は前半、しっかりとファーストブレイクポイントも作れていたんですが、今日はかなり、その部分の得点を伸ばすことはできず、なかなか得点の部分で苦しんだと思うんですが、チーム的に後半のところ、特に3クォーター以降ですね、オフェンスのところで意識した部分などあれば教えていただけますか。
They were going under on all the screens with our guards, so we needed to get the pitch plays and put the ball inside more to get some creation, to create an advantage. In the second half, we put the ball inside more, had some more pitch plays, and Chili setting screens was good because he's creating an advantage.
そうです、相手がかなり大きくアンダーをしているので、ピッチプレーであったりインサイドをしっかりと当ててからのクリエーションっていうのをフォーカスしながら、やっていましたし、チリからの、クリエーションも素晴らしかったなというふうに思ってます。
はい、本当に素晴らしい、後半だったと思います。その中で、やはり、また次節ですね、琉球、との一戦が控えています。そこに向けて一言メッセージ、そして、広島のファンもたくさん画面の前で見ています。いつものあれまたお願いしてもよろしいでしょうか。
Translate a little bit. Right shoe. We got Oki gameがありますagainst Okinawa for the playoffs. So onegashimasu. Please, please. We need big support in Sun Plaza. So, Nikai Kachichake for 2 big wins. Kachichake! Kachichake!
ありがとうございます。おめでとうございます。
Well, I think that needs no translation. Kyle Milling fired up today. And the Shimane players going around saying thank you to the fans for coming out and doing their best to support them today. Well, beautiful finish with 19 points today. 7 rebounds, 5 assists. He turned it over 4 times, had a couple of steals. And Sayando, not quite as good as yesterday. That's an understatement. 4-17 from the floor, 11 points. He started pretty well. He started putting up the threes in the second quarter. He made his first couple, but finished 3 of 10 from deep. He did have 5 rebounds, but no assists. Nick Kay, who looked like he had a hand problem, had 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Shirahama didn't score. Remember, he missed that layup. 7 points for Edwin Morris, 4 rebounds. And really coming off the bench, Siyama Siyama and Martin each with 3 points, so 6 points off the bench. Here's Kawata.
今日の MVP おめでとうございます。まずは勝利、2日での連続の逆転勝利おめでとうございます。そして、今日に関しては後半18分弱の出場がありました。その中で非常に献身的に体を張るプレー、リバウンド、スクリーン、そういったところで非常に、広島に勢いを与えました。そのあたりご自身でどう評価されますか？
I knew that for us to win, we were going to need to play defense. So I just, try to make sure to help the team as much as I can when it comes to defense and also rebounds.
そうですね、僕たちが、勝つ手段としてやっぱりディフェンスでしっかりと勝たなくてはいけないっていうのは私たちも分かっているので、そこの面でしっかりと貢献、僕が入ったらですね貢献できればと思って、リバウンドであったりスクリーンであったりそういった分をしっかりと貢献できればと思ってプレーはしていました。
はい、その本当に言葉通りの活躍だったと思うんですが、やはりこの後、もちろん CS 出場というところ、そして次節の琉球戦というところ、やはりそういったフィジカルコンタクトまたさらに激しくなると思うんですが、その中で川田選手としてどういうプレーをこの後最後広島として続けていくか教えていただけますか？
I think Ryukyu, it's a really good team, and I know that it's not going to be an easy game. So, I think, but I think we are ready, and I just want to try to contribute as much as I can and help the team when it comes to defense and also rebound and offense.
そうです、本当に次も次節琉球戦ありますけども、かなりタフなゲームに本当になると思いますが、しっかりと僕が入ったらですね、ディフェンスの面でしっかりとリバウンド、スクリーニング僕ができること精一杯頑張っていきたいと思ってます。
はい、本当に川田選手の活躍に画面の前の広島のファンが非常に喜んだと思います。最後に、ファンの方へメッセージ一言お願いします。
I just want to say to all the Hiroshima fans, for supporting us this whole season, and please keep supporting us, and all the fans that came, I just want to thank them. I know it's far and they had to drive, and I just want to say thank you for coming, and we were able to get this win because of them. So thank you so much.
いや本当シーズンを通してサポート本当にありがとうございます。次もですね琉球戦ありますので引き続きサポートの方よろしくお願いします。また本当にアウェーの中ですね、遠い中でも本当こうやって僕たちをサポートしてくれるファンも、今日いらっしゃいましたので、しっかりと、引き続きですね最後までみんなのために戦いますので、引き続きサポートのほど、よろしくお願いします。
はい、素晴らしい勝利、はい、ありがとうございました。
Well, I think there's no doubt that Kawata knows what his role is, as he said a few times. Just try to come out to contribute with his defense, with his rebounding, and also, he said, even a little bit of offense. And I'm not sure his coach, I think his coach was saying he wasn't sure if he was even going to play today. So to have that type of performance, when the stakes are this high, when the Dragonflies are trying to get the wild card, that is something else. So that was an MVP performance for him today. And it's one thing being an X Factor, but it's another thing being an X Factor and an MVP. So I think he gets a couple of awards today for his team, and certainly one of the favorites in the team, judging by the way that his teammates celebrated with him after the game and his coach. So that's a great sight to see. Disappointment for Shimane. They came out today and kept their noses in front again for really the better part of 3 quarters, but in the 4th quarter they just the points dried up, the defense stiffened for the opposing team, the Hiroshima Dragonflies. Kerry Blackshear came out and had 11 points in the 1st quarter. He was a real problem. Say Ando did come out and hit a couple threes in the 2nd quarter. And you thought, well, maybe he's going to go off and have another big game like he did yesterday. 26 points. But ultimately that did not prove to be the case, as Hiroshima kind of kept it close. I think they got up. Shimane went up by 10 points in the 3rd, in fact. Here was the telegraph pass on the steal, which led to one of the Perrin Buford dunks that he had today. Dwayne Evans hitting that 3-pointer. And Shimane at this end, again, they were able to stretch their advantage to 10 points, and it looked like this was going to be a successful day. But as always, it's a 40-minute game, and over the 40 minutes, they didn't get it done. Ando, meanwhile, hitting his 3rd 3 and last. And you had this sensational high-flying dunk, full extension. Evans with his 2nd 3. And this play right here as well. Great play. Got to credit Blackshear for that one. So Buford had the 19, but in the 4th quarter, Mayo came out and stroked this 3 early to kind of set the tone for what was going to be a very good 4th quarter. And then beautiful bounce pass from Blackshear to Mayo. Siyama with a late 3 just to give a little bit of hope. But after that, it was all Seiyafunyu and Hiroshima Dragonflies. Look at this dunk. Kawata. Well, one thing you can count on the smiles from the Shimane cheerleaders. They're definitely going to look at the positives from the season, but this is a tough defeat. Just 51 points for Shimane. Rebounded in the end, 37-30. Look at the bench points. I mean, 31. To 6. They just didn't have enough. The 12 turnovers for Shimane were costly. They had 8 for the Hiroshima Dragonflies. So, not good free throw shooting either for either team. Shimane only able to attempt 9 and made just over 50%. So, 19 points apiece for Buford and Blackshear. 9 rebounds for Kawata. 6 assists for Blackshear led the team. 7 rebounds and 5 assists for Buford. And key players before the game. 12 points, Evans, 11 for Ando. 3 threes for Ando. Took a lot more though. 2 for Evans. And Ando also had the 5 rebounds. 4 rebounds for Evans. Okay, the schedule coming up for next week. And Hiroshima will be at home for those games against Ryukyu Golden Kings on Saturday and Sunday. So that'll be an exciting time for the fans of the Dragonflies. And Shimane, meanwhile, have to hit the road and go to Osaka for a couple of games. In fact, just for, that's on the, that's game 1 and then game 2. Yeah, so 2 games there. So we shall see. But today, writing looks like it's on the wall for Shimane and Hiroshima again in that spot for one of the wild cards, as are the Chiba Jets, the beaten finalists from last year. So that's how the playoffs set up right now. So Hiroshima Dragonflies once again getting a 65-51 win here at the Shimane Susanoo Magic. Not enough at the end of the season. They suffer their 4th consecutive defeat. Meanwhile, Hiroshima winning for the 4th consecutive time, boosting their wild card hopes. Thanks for watching, everybody.